Alvin the Chipmunk.
Oh.
Subtle intro.
Okay.
Hey guys, welcome back. So week 5, which means it's Azzy's pick again, and Azzy has selected
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
The first movie.
Did you lose a bet?
Oh no, there was a Christmas where you went around saying you were going to marry Alvin of said Alvin and the
You know
Chipmunks.
what? At least
You had the red shirt with the yellow A. You had a microphone and you would sing Alvin and the Chipmunks. You were a little obsessed.
I remember 2 of my old friends, I'm going to call them Stacy and Jenny. And I was always like, oh, well, I want to marry Alvin. Stacy, you're going to marry Theodore, and Jenny, you're going to marry Simon.
What about the move? Because they're the Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Why are we here? Why are we watching this movie?
Yeah.
Because I like to torture you, and this is my childhood.
Is this Twilight payback?
Yes, this is Twilight Payback.
Retribution.
Twilight had a point, though.
Okay. I could not figure out where the plot was going, who was going where. I couldn't figure it out.
Because you weren't paying attention.
There you go. So
That wasn't like Tenet or Inception. It was Twilight.
But Alvin and the Chipmunks has been around for a very, very, very long time. Alvin and the Chipmunks is older than both Uncle and I. So why the appeal for you guys to these movies in particular? What about Alvin and the Chipmunks was when we said, hey, Azzy, it's your pick again, were you like, Alvin and the Chipmunks? Was it something about the movie itself that we need to...
No.
No,
It's
just...
Alvin.
It's Alvin.
It's Alvin and you're
Alvin's
obsessed.
pretty.
Alright, so there's no deeper meaning, so let's
Alvin.
just watch the film.
Oh, good. Jesse McCartney's in the movie.
He does the voice of Theodore.
Oh, so we don't have to see him?
You don't have to see him.
Bummer.
When did Alvin and the Chipmunks come out?
2002, 2003, right in there, I guess.
No.
The absolute OG Alvin and the Chipmunks.
2007, the year she was born, that's my guess.
Before the movies, the absolute original Alvin and the Chipmunks came out in 1983.
No.
No, it did not.
Yeah.
They were created like in the 50s or something.
Yeah. The first incarnation of Alvin the Chipmunks was audio only. It was Christmas time is here.
2007!
I'm so good. Hand me
Anyways,
my medal.
oh god.
Crushing
And
it.
sing.
God, the audio is not even that loud and you can hear the auto-tune.
Out there on YouTube, there is versions of the songs with their original voices before they did the pitch shifting.
Oh my god.
Dave! God, look at the chest
Jason
hair.
It's still got one more good use in it, this shirt.
Man doesn't wash his laundry.
Who actually washes their laundry?
Me?
You don't
Um,
wash your own laundry.
Favorite thing to do in the world. That's my favorite chore.
It's such a great smell.
I'd like to note how creepy Dave is to this poor woman. Like, she does not want to be around him, and she pretty much forces her to go on a date with him.
The age difference between them, it's noticeable. They look he looks a lot older than her.
Okay, he looks a lot
He
older
looks
than
like
her.
he's balding and she looks like she's a
You
child.
can go bald in high school.
True.
Actually, I shouldn't say anything. I knew a 16-year-old who was balding.
Okay, so...
Jesse has a bald spot.
So you're just saying he looks older.
Yes. Okay, well, Google how old the actors are.
Ryan's on it. Ryan's our research team.
Maybe this whole movie, in the end, was he is schizophrenic and sees the chipmunks.
But they're not really there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why when he first brought the box to him, he's just imagining his boss like, oh, they can sing and stuff like that. But in actuality, it was like the first clip where they were too scared to sing and the boss kicked him out and he's just hallucinating all this.
So the fact that they go on tour and they have, albums
It's
and
hallucinations.
it's just hallucination. So Ian Hawke does not exist.
Oh no, he does.
No, Ian Hawke does exist.
Yeah, but he was part of the delusion.
Yes.
Weird ass theory.
Are you still looking for the ages of those people?
So Jason Lee was born in 1970.
70.
And one moment, please, while I access your account. And the chick, 1979. So there's a 9-year age difference. Poor Theodore.
Also, you're telling me he didn't notice the weight difference of 3 chipmunks now in his basket?
Hey kid,
Yes.
It's a movie.
He's
Actually,
throwing out all
demigod.
of his stuff because he's
'Cause he's-
raging about his schizophrenia. Oh, great movie.
It's fantastic.
There's my husband. Oh my god.
Ah,
He's so swole. Look at him and his
Little furry tail.
epic kitchen gymnastics. Hey, look, goldfish. Oh, he's like, did I put these here?
yeah, his schizophrenia.
But because they taste good, it's okay.
And why are there 3 conveniently shaped pots and colors?
Alvin's
There's
in
always white.
Those are bowls.
What's bowls? What's the difference?
A
There's
lot.
not. Says the chef.
Okay, Mr. Chef.
This takes some gymnastics right here. This hiding in the.
Would he not look in the bowl? Why did he set them back down like that?
Kid, it's a movie. Takis are the loudest snack that has ever been invented.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Challenge accepted.
Oh god.
You missed it on the intro. The other chipmunk, Simon,
Yes.
is Gary Goobler from Criminal Minds. So they got, 3 actual
Well-known, yeah.
credited people to take a paycheck and be in Alvin and the Chipmunks, the movie.
Movies like this are always going to draw a crowd because
Yep.
parents will be like, "Oh, my parents watched this," and
Yep.
then our generation has this, and I'm sure
I will definitely show my children my ex-husband.
your very first simp case. This is such a Kevin Smith dance that he's doing. Like you could see him doing that in like Dogma. Just
Yeah.
watch the head bob. It's glorious.
I love how his crappy vision wasn't brought up or even really mentioned until this scene where he actually starts looking like he can't see.
I think it was more details that he was missing. Like if you're in a tree, you can see what's green and what's not. So he was probably able to stay in the tree a little bit better. But when you're thinking about like details, like words or something else, that maybe that's why it became noticeable that he couldn't see. I don't know. I haven't seen this in so
As
long.
an animal, probably can smell pretty good too.
Probably, yeah. Your other senses helping with.
Yeah.
See, sometimes the animation is really good, and then when it gets really close, there are just some scenes where it's very choppy.
Well, it was also 2007, so the
So
animation.
it's good for
come a
2007,
ways.
but there are just some scenes where it's like it's super smooth here, but then there's like when they're throwing the paper airplanes, it got choppy.
This is also an HD TV picking up a movie that wasn't filmed to be seen that way. Because again, you're talking about a movie that's
True.
going on 15 years old
But
now.
if we see him in the dishwasher, it looks awful.
The dishwasher? Why do I not remember a dishwasher?
Remember when he showers in the dishwasher?
Oh, I don't remember that. Why am I horrified?
The reason why there's Alvin and the Chipmunks, the reason why there's the movie, is that Alvin and the Chipmunks, which is a fictional, it was the Chipmunks doing the sped up voices in like the 40s or 50s. Your mom can look it up. But they sang a song called "Christmas Time Is Here." Christmas, Christmas time is here. Okay, that was the first incarnation of Alvin and the Chipmunks.
1958. Your grandfather was 6 years old.
Also, how do these glasses work?
I love giving.
I know.
Because it's
right?
a movie.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they work?
Gotta give Santa prescription glasses.
No, because it's just a piece of glass that would either magnify or not magnify. It is a coincidence.
That it just happens to be his prescription that he exactly needs.
But here's the thing. Everything in a movie is a coincidence. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a movie.
Yeah.
Truth. I will say there is good detail in the glasses because you can see reflections of what's going on in them.
That's good.
So that was very smart.
Alvin!
Oh god.
Oh!
Check out your swole man's dance moves. Check him out. He's like grooving.
She's like, whoa! Some guy's auto-tune singing.
Wow! I like hyperpop!
And check out these great shoes with no socks, wearing a suit.
In California.
That is a very California
Sam.
outfit.
Speaking of like age and being old, if Back to the Future happened today,
Yeah.
Marty would go back to 1991. Right?
So here's where this could, if we're gonna go with your theory of this being a delusion in his head, that would probably have happened and played out exactly like we just saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, dude, these are random chipmunks that you found in the forest and you're trying to make them sing. Get help, bro.
Stop it. Get some help.
Jane Lynch.
Jane Lynch. Oh. Don't fat shame Theodore. Oh, Notch against this movie. They're eating red vines.
Oh god, wait, this.
Yeah.
No Twizzlers.
Wait, here it is. It's so bad.
On many levels.
1958.
What?
Oh, that's adorable.
Nice.
That's a cute little...
Homage. It's a
Oh.
little Easter egg.
I love how we were so silently and intensely watching this.
Trying to...
Just absorb.
Yeah.
Did this get nominated for Best Original Screenplay?
So here's where your delusion theory falls apart. Because Dave is not there.
He's dreaming all of this.
He's
Yeah,
dreaming.
like Dave went to bed and he's dreaming that all this is happening.
See, again, details. The chipmunks are in the glasses. That's...
See, he was just dreaming that.
At
Alright.
one point.
Alright, lobby time. Everybody, go get your snacks and your chipmunk-approved beverages.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
And we're back.
So, Uncle, what are you thinking of the movie?
This is your first time watching it. What are your thoughts?
It's good. Like, I mean, that's like the whole point of the original was that the chipmunks like caused a lot of trouble, like fun trouble, good trouble.
Alvin in particular.
Alvin in particular is a prankster, and they're doing that really well. And I like how they're referencing all the old
Yeah.
things that came before it.
Yeah.
'Cause this is the first, feature-length movie that they made for Alvin and the Chipmunks, but like they have
It's
a
the
long
first live
history.
action, though, isn't it?
I think
It's
it
the
might
first
be.
live action. Yeah, this is the first movie. There was never an animated Alvin and the Chipmunks movie.
I thought they did, like,
I think they've done one more recently.
animated, like the 80s series. I thought they did movies like Alvin and the Chipmunks Meet Frankenstein, like that kind of
I
stuff.
know
Yeah.
you're thinking of Scooby-Doo.
Well, I thought Alvin and the Chipmunks did it, too. I don't know.
I
Maybe that was just
I
one of
don't
the
know if
episodes.
those were full movies or if they were like short
Extended episodes of the... Yeah.
specials. Yeah, specials.
Specials, yeah, maybe. 2-movie collection, Alvin and the Chipmunks, scarific double feature, Alvin and the Chipmunks Meet Frankenstein, and Alvin and the Chipmunks Meet the Wolfman.
Year, please.
1999 and
Was he wearing
2000.
a pearl
They came out
necklace?
before the
Yeah.
movie.
Yes.
Because the chipmunks are CGI, but like the cabinet doors opening, the Tabasco bottle falling over, like
Yeah.
it's, like that always is for me a mark of a good.
And Dave's interactions with them are
Yep.
very seamless, too. Here, have a sandwich.
Okay, I'll be honest. We have a hot dog ornament, a French fries ornament, and like
Okay, those are actual ornaments. That was a legitimate sandwich.
yeah. I mean, if you ever get hungry.
But that shows how cute Theodore is, because he actually gave up his sandwich for the tree.
People still spring actual popcorn on their trees.
True.
Uncle, do you know why they put popcorn on trees?
I don't know how that started, but that is a very, very old.
I don't get why.
Maybe that's all. You
I think it was
afford
like
actual
probably,
ornaments.
well, and that's probably part of it, and then it gave the kids something to do. Like an activity of stringing the popcorn.
Yeah.
you know. So it was.
See, the only issue is if I ever tried that, I would eat it.
I love Theodore so much.
Theodore's like a cat.
That's why people are like, oh, well, you know, let's get a cat. I'm like, no, because I don't want to sleep like that. Wake up and there's a cat on your face.
Uncle, who's your favorite chipmunk?
Oh god, Alvin's gift.
Alvin gave him his wallet.
Simon?
Aww, you like
Maybe.
the nerd.
Maybe Alvin, but this is very like, you know, this is very telling for like the 50s too, and like as it led into the 80s. So there was like the cool chipmunk, the one that was a little mischievous, and then there was his nerdy friend, and then it was his chonky friend.
Aww,
Even in the Goonies, yeah, they had, you know,
Data was the smart one.
Data was Simon, Chunk was Theodore, and between Mouth and Mikey,
They're both kind of Alvin.
Alvin.
Mikey more the leader aspect that you get with Alvin because it's Alvin and the Chipmunks, and then the more mischievous aspect of the personality coming in through Mouth.
Yep. You got to pick next week.
I do.
Do you have a short list?
I have a long
We
list.
could tease.
There's many. Let's just say, in sticking with a lot of movies that were referenced in the Goonies video, and good kids on adventure,
Here, we can narrow it down. Will there be nards?
there will be many nards.
Nice.
I finished the talkie.
Clap, clap,
I'll alert
clap.
them.
And we're like 40 minutes into the movie. Good job. Again, David Cross's wardrobe guy should be fired.
Also, how old are they supposed to be? Because, like, it is expressed that they're, like, children, but, like...
Pre-teens, I would go like 12,
Yeah.
13.
Yeah, so why do they go to high school in one of the...
Because time has passed.
Oh, I'm dumb.
Okay, straight from Google. For the CGI live-action movies, they never say how old the Chipmunks are, but based on what I've heard in the lines, "We're kids, Dave," in the first movie, and "Welcome to West Eastman High," and the fact that Dave has enrolled them tells me that they were about 6 to 9, and then finally 13 to 16 in the second film.
It's really creepy what Ian does to them then, because he overworks them, like, really
Gives
horribly.
them coffee, if I remember right.
Yeah, he gives them coffee.
We're not there yet, but
Yeah, we'll see
that's
it in a
cute.
second.
I really thought you were insane, which Julia thinks you are.
Schizophrenia! It's all a dream.
Yeah, except that if you're schizophrenic, you don't know that you're crazy.
That's
he thinks everybody
difficult.
else is crazy, and
Yeah.
that's how schizophrenic.
I'm the
people
sane
get
one.
Yeah.
Okay, then, if we want to go through a different logical idea of why he's crazy, this could all be a dream and he's in a coma. But in the beginning of this movie, Simon does drop a very large glass container of popcorn on his head. So
And
if
it
we're-
shatters.
And it shatters and knocks him unconscious for
But then the
hours.
Chipmunks would still exist because it was a chipmunk that dropped it.
Yeah. Yes, but this was like right in the beginning, right when they were in his house. So it could be the idea could be that the chipmunk was just a wild chipmunk that got in the house and accidentally knocked over the container, and therefore he's in a coma and is having this dream where the chipmunk was actually alive.
Or it's a movie.
Oh, stop!
You guys are doing the Christopher Nolan version of Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Brothers Grimm.
The Dark Knight Chipmunk Edition.
Are they really like? Well, we could get Jason Lee's character like spin a top and see if the top keeps spinning for the entire movie, and then we'll figure out if he's in the dream or if he's not
being
in the dream.
incepted.
Yeah, if he's just like, and then Tom Hardy will shoot a bazooka at Simon.
And Elliot Page will create us a new environment to watch this movie in.
Right, just so that we can get an age idea, if Alvin and Simon could be between the ages of 9 to 7, let's just say they're both 8, so that we have ages for them.
Cool. Okay.
Because that would be the middle of that.
Okay.
So offering an 8-year-old to like stay up late and all that kind of stuff, like yes,
That's-
it's fun to him, and it could really speak to
That's
the kid.
probably one of the more real pieces of this movie, though, for child actors.
Yeah.
Drew Barrymore was in rehab at 8 years old.
Yeah.
So
You're
that's,
talking about, kids that can sing, or
Yeah, they're like, I'm going to give you everything you want in excess, but on the flip side of that, you have to work, 25 hours a day.
you have to sing whenever we tell you to do.
Exactly. You don't
And
get to be
that's
tired.
basically what happens in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're treated like child stars.
It's actually very realistic to what happens with child stars. We're going to show you all the great things that we can do for you, all the things you can have in excess. Nobody's going to say no to you. You get a maid.
I think Simon likes the maid in this.
I don't know why I remember that part, but
I think I like the Maideness.
Uncle likes the movie again.
You really are like Simon, you simp.
Simon and Uncle are bros.
Alvin is my husband.
Again, we're talking about the subtle things that they did right with the Chipmunks. Simon has blue eyes, Theodore has green eyes, and Alvin's are the gold of his A.
He walks in and goes, "Daddy's home."
Does not mean what I think you think it means.
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
No, I know.
I love that it's called a lobster. That's great. Because it's lobbing the balls. And they call it a lobster.
See, I used to think Ian was really funny, but after realizing their ages, I don't like him as much.
Movie's taking a dark turn for Julia. Yeah, and this is where you're going to start seeing that manipulation side. Where he's like, look at how much cooler these glasses are. It doesn't matter that you can't see as well out of them.
Yeah,
you
you
look
can't
cooler.
see as well, and also they match his.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then here's where things go downhill.
Crunchy nibbles. Look how tired. Oh, Theodore's tired.
The hecking waffles.
Got a waffle intake manifold there, Dave. Damn.
That's my husband. Dave is not here.
David Cross just had a stroke on camera, folks.
In the next movie, they go to school, and the school mascot is an eagle.
Well, if you were a chipmunk, I think an eagle would scare you, just saying.
Because, like, I think that's the whole point of it, is he is a chipmunk and he is terrified of eagles. And it's really sad.
I can completely sympathize with that. Hotel California is, like, overrated. That was a joke for my sister. You guys probably didn't get it.
Why are we so old?
But I stand by that. Anybody wants to, hit me up in the comments.
Fight me in the comments.
Hotel California is overrated. Oh, they're the Orpheum. Does every city in America, major city in America, have an Orpheum?
What's an Orpheum?
I would think so. It's the name of the theater.
Name of the theater.
That's why in glowing orange lights outside, yellow lights, it said the Orpheum.
Not to mention, this doctor is actually really cool and tells Ian that they need to, like, go to bed and rest.
Yeah. And he's like, how about no?
This isn't crucial. They could just do an Ashley Simpson and call it a day.
Right. On a Monday. Okay, get the hell out of here so I can do the exact opposite of what you said.
Dressed like he's in the Beneficial Social Club.
Get the wardrobe choices.
Well, he's trying to make him look, like a record executive, like he's
A douchebag.
not hip, but trying to be hip.
Right.
Because I'm like one of those people that thinks I could probably rewrite any like crummy movie and make it better. I could write a better episode 1. I've thought that for 20 years.
I don't know if the script was as much a The script wasn't great, but I think it had other problems. Jiggly.
Okay, that's the thing. I could write a better episode 1 because I would not have
And
started
Natalie
it.
Portman was not.
I would have not started when I was a kid. I would have picked
Yeah.
a 15, 16-year-old like Natalie Portman.
Yeah, because it was very weird that she didn't look like she got any older from, but he
He was 22-ish when and then he was 16, 15.
Yeah.
No. A whole different story.
Yeah. And we won't talk about Jar Jar Binks.
I was talking about Jar Jar Binks.
Oh God, please no.
It's more Julia.
Can we please talk about the choreography that's going on behind these chipmunks right now?
Oh, look, they're red and green.
Like, everybody seems to have gotten different directions on how to dance. These guys are hip-hop flip-flopping. These girls are like,
Backup dancer ooh-la-las.
wiggle my hips and snap my fingers, like Dancing 101.
You're showing up after the performance started, and you're like, you gotta have one more ticket. Hey, your bangs look really nice tonight.
That vest is fetching. Oh, we need to do Mean Girls. I was coming up with more movies that we need to just cover. What is that?
I love my backup dancers.
That was many things. Dancing was not one of them. Why are we getting naked? Why are we getting naked? Why is there nudity? Why are we getting naked?
I love how the drummer is still just drumming. Like
The
he's
drummer
saying,
looks like Tony Hawk.
he's saying "get off my drums," but he's still just drumming while.
Well, drummer's
And
gotta
why
keep-
are they still singing?
The show must go on.
Yeah.
I'd say out of all the interactions with the Chipmunks, that one where Ian was picking them up was the most awkward looking.
Yeah, it looked very much like he was just making a fist and acting at his fist.
Yeah. Also, literally, like, they are chipmunks, but that is kind of just putting kids in a cage.
Yeah.
Because, yes, they are chipmunks, but they act like children, they speak like children, they dress like children, they are technically children while being animals. So putting them in a cage is a little odd.
Yeah. Catch up to them, because you want us, and we're in the car.
God, that was the most serial killer smile I think I've ever seen him do.
That's a Brody smile. And if you get that reference, you can be my friend.
I do not.
You can't be my friend.
Oh. Okay, that's fine. I didn't mean friends anyway. I'm here.
You're my
You're
best
not my
friend.
friend.
I gotta hug the horn.
Bleep, bleep, bleep.
Those are the creepiest looking dolls I think I've ever seen.
I love how the driver literally braced for him to shout. You could see it because, you know,
He was waiting for
He
it.
was literally just normally driving, and then right before he said it, he went,
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Why do you have a hat?
Why not? He has a sweater. Why can't he have a hat too?
he also doesn't wear shoes or pants.
He was in the last scene. He's around the house. Who needs pants when you're at home?
I also want to point out the second movie with the girl chipmunks. Why do the girl chipmunks wear skirts when it literally doesn't go, like, it literally, like, doesn't cover anything below their legs?
Neither do most skirts the girls wear these days anyway.
Okay, well, but this is an older movie, and those skirts...
Short skirts on girls have been a thing since my mother was in private school.
Fair enough. Fair
So,
enough.
you know.
But their skirts, like, stop at their belly button.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Why? What did you want for an ending?
Something?
I think Ian went crazy, actually.
Maybe Ian was the delusional one the whole time. Okay, this film was dedicated to Ross Bagdasarian Sr., who was crazy enough to create Singing Chipmunks 50 years ago.
Look, there's the album. First ever album.
This was your pick this week.
This was your pick, Cassie. This is what
Yes,
you
it
decided to
was.
watch.
This is what you made us suffer through. So, Uncle's never seen it, so we'll start with Uncle. What are your thoughts?
It was not terrible. Like, I understand it.
Understand why it was made.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, this is a good movie for kids. It's a great way to, you know, the thing about the Chipmunks is all that it was in 1958, there was no auto-tune. And this wasn't, you know, they did the pitch modulation and it was speed. They sped everything up.
And then slowed it back down
and
so
slowed
that
it back down so that they could have the audio.
Yeah.
And that's Ross Bagdasarian thought he was crazy and sped up people singing and like, yeah, that's really funny, and made a bunch of money. People it tapped into something people liked.
The thing that works about doing something like Alvin and the Chipmunks in 2007 is you have multi-generational appeal, because
Yep.
you have the people who saw it in the 50s as the grandparents, the kids who watched it in the 80s as the parents, and the kids who get to experience it like 1998, where, you know, that album cover is like the X-Files. So it's, you go back to, you know, something that you enjoy as a kid, like we're doing with this entire channel, is we're revisiting things that we loved as kids, because that nostalgia is going to keep you coming back.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the appeal with Alvin and the Chipmunks, is there's nostalgia for now 3 generations. So Ryan, what was your favorite part?
I always like when there's practical things that can happen with CGI stuff. Like,
Yeah.
think about like Roger Rabbit or this, where like, okay, so they timed it out so that the drawers opened or the bottle tipped over and whatever. Like, those are practical things that they made that men and women did on the set to have them, you know, and then they animated the chipmunks into that, or they, you know, that always makes me, that I like that aspect of filmmaking. I think that always makes me think of like movie magic.
Right.
Whether 100% CGI environments and characters and whatnot, they have their place if that's what you're signing up for. When you do a live action blend of CGI and like whatever, even if it's Avengers or it's this, when you have practical things that happen with digital characters, I always think it's great.
Yeah. So your least favorite thing then?
The script is all right. I mean, I get it that it's written for children, so there's a lot of like puns and
fart
whatnot,
jokes and
not highbrow humor.
Right.
But at the same time, I know what I'm signing up for. So it was like really, this is not a movie where it's just like this is insane like Coco Melon, where I just would want to rip my hair out.
Right.
Caillou and like whatever. This is at least.
Oh God! Don't even bring Caillou into this. I swear.
We're not ever gonna watch Caillou on this.
No.
But if you had to pick something where, because you said this yourself that I could remake any script. What is something that you can point to where you think could have been better, bearing in mind that it was 2007?
I don't think that there's any for 2007. This is a completely like encapsulated good movie. If you've seen enough movies, you know that there's tropes and things and whatnot.
Yeah, you're gonna have your conflict that leads you to the resolution, that leads you to your happy ending and whatnot.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, for me, because I had not watched this since the days when you were convinced that Alvin was going to be your future, that you were going to be Mrs. Chipmunk when you got older.
Is his last name Chipmunk?
No, they don't. Seville, technically, because Dave, I think, eventually adopts the kids.
Yeah.
But coming back to it, now these, let's just call it 10 years later, it was kind of nice to just get lost in something that's just, you don't have to overthink it. You don't have to sit here but why is that person taking that action? To just enjoy a good, cute, family fun movie. And probably my favorite thing about it is, and Julia, you kind of mentioned this, there are moments with the Chipmunks where they're just cute and adorable, and you get the nostalgia feels. So for me, that was my favorite part, is like the nostalgia of having seen so many different iterations of these Chipmunks. Seeing it in a live action film for the first time was a very, very cool thing. And as you get through to that fourth movie, some of those CGI elements that weren't so great, like taking a shower in the dishwasher, do get flushed out and get better. But that's probably the thing that I would say was my least favorite, is there were moments where when you're close up on those Chipmunks, you do kind of get taken out of it. There are moments where the actual their actors are trying to create that environment of, we're acting against Chipmunks, and like David Cross at the end with the fist, you can tell that there are moments where you can tell it's a CGI chipmunk. It's a movie about CGI chipmunks.
Yeah.
So, Julia, what was your favorite thing?
Favorite thing? Probably has to be that this movie is very nostalgic to me, in the sense of I did watch this a lot as a child.
Right. For 2007, this was great.
Oh God, yeah.
What was your least favorite part?
Least favorite part, it does have to be the CGI, but again, 2007, it's not going to be as good as it is nowadays. CGI nowadays is extremely good, very realistic, and you can
de-aging people back to what they looked like 20 years ago, and in this we couldn't get wet fur to look right.
Yeah.
What about you, kid? This was your pick.
I'm like the same as pretty much everyone. It's the nostalgia and the fact that, this is what I liked as a kid. It's fun going back seeing what I liked.
And it's nice when we can all come together and be like, I really liked this as a kid, where we can say the exact same thing about a movie.
And then least favorite? The CGI. It's just not good.
But I think for the first time we have kind of a four-way consensus that we all liked the same things and we all didn't like the same things. Like, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
And it was great for 2007, and it brought back some nostalgia feels that we all enjoy. So, in wrapping it up, final thoughts, Ryan?
No, it's good. It's better than Twilight.
That's not saying much.
There is a point to Twilight. And the point that I think, if anything about this channel, is there's always something good about a movie. And there's there is no joy in being a certain channel just like to shit on everything.
Right. Well, and even if a movie isn't great, you can have fun watching a bad movie.
It's way more fun to like things than it is to hate things.
Very true. Very true. We like movies, and that's why we do what we do. So, my pick next week, and it's a good one. Thanks again for watching us watch the film.
Goodbye.
Alvin!